Remember when I got that shot of the trees outside my house about a month ago? Yeah, here is what they look like now. It's just what happens in November, really. Anyway, hello Matt, it is the 24th of November, a Thursday, and again, next time we do the vlogs, if you do next year, can I please not do 2 days in a row? Oh no, okay, fair enough, it is my fault for not uploading on Monday or Tuesday, but yeah. Can I please be forced to upload it on Monday, Tuesday, or have an option of uploading on Wednesday? Yeah, I am pretty screwed for topics, basically. But obviously the movie I'm reviewing does sort of be the topic I'd like to sort of discuss before we start the review, but I just wanted to say to you first, the question that I asked you from the last vlog, which is also the title of the last vlog, I think, I want you to answer that in your Saturday vlog, because there's been not enough communication of late, so yeah. Little heads up. And the second heads up is I know you are going on this BFI trip, Reading College, tomorrow. The problem is I'm not, because we're filming and it's pretty important that we get this filming done. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're doing music video production right now. That's what I was doing this time last year, so it's pretty important that you guys, just for in year 2, we've already done music videos and we're doing the documentary right now. We're doing ours on Crossrail, by the way, the Upcombe Rail project thing. Personally, I don't think we're progressing on it very well, but yeah, we've got to do that throughout the next couple of weeks, and that sort of takes priority over any trips out, so yeah, have fun with that. Have good fun at the BFI. I'm pretty sure you'll take a bit of footage and put it in your Super Saturday vlog, which I'll be looking forward to seeing. Yeah. Take a bit of footage and give you a bit of a taster of what it was like. Okay, right, now on to the sort of topic I want to discuss before getting into the movie. Now, you've obviously seen what movie it is I'm reviewing in the title. It's Dad's Army. So, what I wanted to talk about was British comedy as a whole, and how they sort of don't really translate well into movies. So yeah, basically, Dad's Army, I know sort of what it is. I don't really remember any specific jokes or episodes, but I know pretty much what it is. It's the Home Guard. It's the stories of a really out of shape squad who has to sort of deal with several problems that happened to the Home Guard in World War II. So yeah, that's ahead in like the 60s and 70s, maybe even earlier than that. It was definitely in the 60s, and that's why I think it's the most definitive 60s British sitcom. Then 70s is Fawlty Towers, the 80s it was Only Fools and Horses, 90s in my opinion it was Red Dwarf, 2000s it was My Family, and then 2010s I think it's Mrs. Brown's Boys. Out of all of those, 2 of them have been transferred to film. Funny enough, one of them is the newest, one of them is the oldest, and it sort of does say to me they work so much better on telly, both of them. Bit of a spoiler for the movie, but to be honest, Dad's Army, the movie, 2016, 50 years after its height, what was the audience? Yeah, there's not really a specific audience in mind for the movie, so they didn't have a lot of hope on arrival, and well, for what we've got, it's better than Mrs. Brown's Boys, the movie, and that's why I think that British comedies should stay where they should be. They should never try anything bigger than what they are. Only Fools and Horses did that pretty much perfectly until the last 3 episodes. Fawlty Towers only had 13 episodes or whatever it was, which is just really grounded for a British comedy. And then My Family ended, a great point as well. But then Mrs. Brown's Boys obviously made the movie, and since then it's sort of just been Christmas specials. Oh, they did a live one. They did the live episode, which was pretty good. But that's what I say. They should stick to telly. And when they're that old, you shouldn't make a movie. So let's get into the review of Dad's Army right now. So I suppose it follows the basic gist of the show. It's about sort of a home guard squad led by Captain Mallory, who is a really sophisticated, pretty good leader, but he's leading the most idiotic bunch of want-to-be soldiers in the UK. And yeah, it follows that pretty well. You see at the start of the movie him sort of trying to train them and them utterly failing, and it's pretty fun, that sort of thing. But then against all odds they're called on a mission to sort of protect or spy over sort of World War II decoy project-ish thing, and they're worried about German spies, and yeah, and there's this woman who comes, played by Catherine Zeta-Jones, who's sort of, you know she's the villain straight away, and they sort of treat her like a twist that she's a German spy, but it really isn't. You could tell from literally the minute she walked on screen that it was the German spy, and the scene that led on to it wasn't really that funny. It was pretty cringy, to be honest, but basically it's all hijinks to see who is this German spy, and if Dad's Army can sort of protect this secret World War II project thingy. Don't explain it very well. By far the strongest aspect of the movie is the cast. I mean, it's middle-aged British men. You can't get much better casting than that. I mean, I know two of the actors, Toby Jones and Michael Gambon, who both have really memorable characters. Toby Jones plays Mallory, who, like I said, pretty decent, and Gambon plays Godfrey, who is a really innocent, really dim-witted, but really likeable soldier. And it's weird seeing Mark Gambon as Dumbledore and then like as Godfrey. It's just a weird sort of thing. But other than that though, and then the other characters are right, but then the other side characters are pretty forgettable. And yeah, Zeta Jones, you could tell she's the villain from the get-go, doesn't fit in the time period, and yeah, could have been a lot more fun. And it could have been a lot more funny. It's not as silent as Mrs. Brown's Boys with the Laughs. I mean, I did sort of chuckle at a couple of scenes, but it wasn't anything like what the show would have been. I'm just saying, it wasn't funny at all. From a comedy, that's sort of the main thing you've got to ask for, that it makes you laugh. But yeah, a couple of bits made me laugh, better than some comedies I've seen, or comedies I've seen, so yeah. But like I said, characters pretty good, story is sort of innocent, you know what's going to happen. Like, it's pretty predictable, but it's sort of got a standard story. You can't really hate the movie. Like, it's pretty tough to hate a movie as innocent as Dad's Army, and even the show for that matter. Like, most British comedies, it's hard to hate them really, because like, they're just so likeable. And I mean, even when this movie is at its worst, you still got to admit they had fun making it. And yeah, fair enough. It's a pretty bad movie, but they had fun making it, so you got to give credit for that. It's still pretty bad though. So yeah, that was a pretty impartial review. One of the first reviews I think I've ever done that I sort of came out with an opinion that is majority negative, but I didn't really mind watching the movie. I mean, I think this movie is probably one of the only movies I'm ever going to see that I'm going to have the same opinion about, finish watching it, and then when I look back on it in years in the future, probably never going to watch it again, but I'm going to look back on this movie years in the future when I see this vlog again, and yeah, I'm going to sort of the same opinion about it, that it's pretty bad, but they had fun making it, so can you really blame them? So anyway, thanks for watching the vlog, and I'll see you on Saturday.